What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Dillian, the body snatcher Whyte. Dillian Whyte opens up on his Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury theory and explains why the fight is 50-50 and he cannot pick a winner. Dillian Whyte believes Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury is a 50-50 fight indeed, fighting at the pinnacle of the heavyweight division, and the heavyweight contender reacted to the news that his division's two champions have signed to fight this summer by giving his thoughts on a matchup. Now, he said this quote, who would have said Hasim Rahman or Oliver McCall would have knocked out Lennox Lewis? It's heavyweight boxing. Vladimir Klitschko lost to Ross Parody. No one even knows who that guy is. Joshua lost his titles to Andy Ruiz in New York, then won them back in Saudi Arabia. There is a case for both guys winning this fight, I think. Both guys showed a lot of versatility in their fights. Joshua's 2 fights with Ruiz and Fury's 2 fights with Wilder. They're the same guys, but they're different styles and different ways of getting the victory. Joshua had a loss against Ruiz. Fury had a draw against Wilder. Then Fury came off the back foot and was aggressive and knocked Wilder out. And Joshua came off the front foot and got on the back foot and got a points decision against Andy Ruiz. You see what I'm saying? It's hard for true fans, it's hard to be true fans of each guy to know who's going to actually win. It's very hard. I don't think no boxing purist would say this guy's gonna win because of this. The guys are showing different styles and different character in their game and stuff. So it's very difficult to say who's gonna win. It's hard to pick. In my opinion, it's a 50-50 fight. Those are the words of Dillian the Body Snatcher Whyte. Now, let me counterpunch. Dillian Whyte is absolutely right, and he came up with some great examples. I mean, point-on examples of the McCall beating Lewis, the Rahman beating Lewis, the Ross Parody beating Vladimir Klitschko, the Andy Ruiz beating Joshua. Nobody thought that shit. I mean, that was a 15-1. Andy Ruiz got the blessing of his life, but he had the fight of his life. Okay? He had the best fight of his life in his career. He did everything that he could have done, and he did everything that he should have done. But how will Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder? Right? Or should I say, how will Deontay Wilder, or should I say Anthony Joshua beat Tyson Fury? We don't really know. We don't know how they're going to come in because they came in 2 different ways that they had of doing the things that they used to do. Okay, Anthony Joshua, like Dillian Whyte said, used to fight on his front foot, come forward, smash his opponent, Hulk smash, oh, right? And then he got smashed. Then he realized, oh shit, it ain't about just smashing everybody. It's about learning how to beat an opponent. Winning's winning. Dominic Toretto, Fast and the Furious. That's what it's about. Winning's winning. It don't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning is winning. And Anthony Joshua learned that. Okay? Just like Tyson Fury learned that, hey, you know what? I can beat Deontay Wilder if I get off my back foot and start taking it to this guy. And then, you know, he said that he seen or he witnessed his own fight with Deontay Wilder, and he said he hurt him in the 10th, and then he got it with him in the 12th, right? But if I had to guess, any fight Tyson Fury was looking at in regards to Wilder, it would be the Luis Ortiz fight. See, once Luis Ortiz hurt Deontay Wilder, you hardly seen any resistance. Deontay Wilder, I said, didn't throw any punches, but I look back, he did throw maybe 1 or 2 punches during that pulverizing exchange, well, not even exchange, that ass beating he took from Luis Ortiz. And, you know, Tyson Fury thought to himself, you know what, if this guy that's been 50-year-old, whatever how old guy, can put this to Deontay Wilder this way, and I have faster hands, why can't I do that? I think that's what he did. Now, he may not want to admit that or whatever, but I think at the end of the day, he chose to, hey, let me put it to this guy. Let me back him up. Let me beat him up. And that's what happened. So we're looking at Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury. I'm with Dillian Whyte. You don't know who's going to win this shit. I mean, let's just be real. Anthony Joshua, hey, he's learning more and more every day. Tyson Fury's good and was very good anyway, been fighting all his life and then learning more on top of the things that he already knew since he was fighting since he was 6. I'm the fighting man, right? So he's been fighting since he was 6 years old and he's still learning more. So with these guys open to learn more, that's why Tyson Fury went with Javon Sugar Hill. Anthony Joshua, open and eager to learn more, right? That's why he brought in Fernandez, if you guys could remember, and then he added to his team. And now he may bring in Floyd Mayweather for all the people. You don't know how this fight will be. It might be a technical boxing match. It might be another super fast, slug fest, snooze fest. And if you guys ain't heard that, you've heard it here first. And it wouldn't surprise me if the fight went that way. You got two guys that got everything on the line. Will they go out there and take it to each other? That's what we hope for. That shit ain't guaranteed. Let's just be real. Those guys might go out there and do a tit for tat type of situation and see what one does this and this does that and this guy does this. It might be something like a Johnny Tapia versus Danny Romero, if you guys can remember that. Oscar De La Hoya versus Felix Trinidad, if you can remember that. Mayweather versus Pacquiao, if you guys can remember that. So we don't know, and I'm not trying to jinx this fight. So I don't want people to think how you just think it's gonna. No, I'm just saying that's a possibility. Okay, it's a possibility of the fight going that way based on what two fighters know and learn, and especially know of each other. Okay, so when you have two people that are on their game, their A game, offensive, defensive, right? I think you will see less people or less punches landed. So don't be surprised. That's how I can explain that. But back to Dillian Whyte. He's absolutely right. And it kind of surprised me with Dillian Whyte because, you know, he would just assume, say, fuck both of them and I want to fight them both. They're both running from me or duck me or something like that. Fuck Tyson Fury, this, that, and the other. You know, he's a skinny, lanky piece of shit or he's a coward or any something. But he gave his take on him, and I got to give my props up to Dillian the Body Snatcher Whyte. But I think at the end of the day, he's right. It is a 50-50 fight. I still haven't gave my prediction, but hey, then again, you know, I'm kind of deadlocked too. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Dillian the Body Snatcher Whyte giving it a 50-50 rating on his Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury or his Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.